This is our first men's open semi-final. Serving is Charly Shanks from Armagh, receiving Martin Mulkerrins from Galway. Time on, 0-0.
Semi-finals between Charly Shanks from Clonmere and Lurgan.
Mark.
And the current holder, Martin Mulkerrins.
1 serve 0.
And the co-commentator is Conor McCarthy. Huge crowd in briefly yet again, Conor.
Yeah.
This year's Irish National.
Yeah, it's great to see. So it is. It's great for the game. It's great. It's a great family event. This, and it's great for all the young. It's great to see the young kids watching all the top players like Charly and Martin here today. It's brilliant.
Yeah, I don't think we got the opening. It's the first of the men's open, double open singles even, semi-finals between Martin Mulkerrins, the current champion from Mulkerrins in Galway, and Charly Shanks from Clonmere in Lurgan.
Yeah, it's going to be a hard game to predict here, not between these two fellas. They both know each other's games very well, so they do. So it's going to be very interesting to see how it plays out.
Calls that wide.
Good. That's good. Mark.
Maybe not.
So Charly is the current 40/20 Irish
3 serve 0.
Ireland champion. Had a fantastic win against Robbie McCarthy in this year's final in Kingscourt, and he seems to have settled into the game very well in the early stages. What can we expect from this game, Conor?
0 serve.
You're going to see, I suppose, a lot of shooting from Martin Mulkerrins. Like, he likes to attack, go for the kills, and
side away.
Charly likes going for the kills too. So I think you'll probably see a very attackive game here.
3
Both
serve
players
0.
are in supreme physical condition. Great rally in the opening stages. Great shot from Charly.
Both players aren't letting much ball past them, so they're giving each other not much of an opportunity to get in and into the centre of the court. So they're both stepping in on the ball, which is good to see. Making life difficult for each other.
Great shot that time from Martin. He dragged Charly
right
out to the tram lines out here in front of us.
Good. Mark. 1
so
serve
Martin
4.
clocks up his first point at 4-1. Very early stages. Of course, Charly is a multiple winner of this title. Certainly, if I had done my research now, I would have got how many times and how many years. But maybe if you get a little bit of a break, we'll check that. Brilliant rally.
Okay.
What a shot from Martin Mulkerrins. That was a fantastic rally, Conor.
Yeah, it was. He chopped it to the side, got the ball off the court. Very intelligent.
Stay down on that. You have to stay down on that shot. You were getting up and interfering.
Yeah, you'd think maybe.
Mark, 2 serves 4.
Someone that you'd fancy Martin to win this game, but the way I look at it is Charly's not here to make the numbers up.
Mark.
He wouldn't be here if he didn't think he was fit to win this game, and for me, it's a very hard game to call. Who's going to come out on top here?
3 serves 4.
Martin looks to be very determined and focused in the opening stages, and it's you know, we had a stall here and I was kind of watching the games from afar, but it's not until you kind of get up close to the action that you can see, like, you know, how fit and physically toned the players are. Both of them in terrific shape.
Yeah.
Good shot from Charly.
Nice dump shot from Charly there, very nice.
4 serves 4.
I think whoever we see step in and meet the ball on the fly, on the volley, will probably win this game. Because they're going to be controlling the centre of the court. So whoever dominates that exchange is in with a real good chance of winning this game, I feel.
Side away.
And the early 4-0 lead for Martin Mulkerrins, or for Charly Shanks, has kind of more or less been eroded. Martin back into serve. Oh,
side away.
Bit of an uncharacteristic hand error for Martin.
5 serves.
Huge
4.
crowd now is gathered around the show court to view this semi-final.
Side away.
Charly called it down. It was a little bit difficult to see directly in front of us, but obviously he didn't get it.
Yeah.
4 plays to 5.
Side
Great
away.
kill shot from Charly there, getting the ball with a nice angle off the court.
Terrific angle he got.
5
He
minutes
dragged
gone.
it right to
5 serves 4.
the right-hand side of the court as he was
Out.
looking at it. Or the left-hand side of the court, even.
4 serves 5.
4 plays 5. 4 Martin Mulkerrins, 5
Out.
Charly Shanks.
Just out.
Mark.
I thought it was out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think so.
Together at 5.
5 play 5. So the early advantage, Martin Mulkerrins squares it up at 5 each.
Great shot. As I say, whoever's going to go for the kill shots more often and
Together at
is
5.
probably going to come out the winner of this game. It's who can find them kill shots. Is the question.
Mark.
Very little between these two
6
fellas.
serves 5.
Lovely drive by Charly down the lane there.
Out.
Of course, Martin probably comes into the game in with a
7
little bit
serves
more
5.
pressure on his shoulders because he is the current champion, and maybe
exactly. And Charly's coming in under the radar, and no one's thinking he's playing much, and there's not much expected of him. While Martin, #1 seed, coming in here today, there's so much expected.
that's terrific athleticism now from Martin Mulkerrins. I mean, he's had to been dragged all over the court. Brilliant shot from Charly. Oh,
nice rally.
Brilliant rally.
Mark. 8 serves 5.
Terrific fast-paced action from both players. Terrific stuff.
Side away.
Good shot from Martin.
Nice shot.
Of course, Martin is a big
5
hurling
serves
fan
8.
as well. And Galway contest the Leinster Senior Hurling Final tomorrow. I'm sure he'll have more than a passing interest in that in Croke Park. Great shot from Charly Shanks. You know, I suppose for Charly to win the 40x20 title was achieving a lifetime's ambition for him. So he's probably maybe playing his handball, whether it be 40x20 or one wall, at this stage of his career now with a lot more freedom.
Yeah, very much so. He's not in the lose here today, trying to go for the double, trying to get the one wall and the 40x20 this year would be a great achievement for him. But as I said, there wouldn't be many expect him to go the full way because he hasn't played that many tournaments at the start of the year. But as I said before, Charly doesn't turn up to make the numbers. He usually turns up to go for goal. Like.
Out. 5
that
serves
was wide.
9.
Touch judge Keane Idalig signals this was out. Charly just told him to be more definite in his call. So it's 9 plays 5.
9 serves 5.
The Clonera and Lurgan man in control at this early stage. He's putting the defending champion to the pin of his collar, and that's another one.
Mark.
So he doubles his lead at 10 plays 5.
Yeah, he's really asking questions of Martin now, so we have to see what sort of mental strength Martin has now to see if he can respond positively to this. Lovely handball, very controlled and measured.
And of course, because the venue is briefy and it is in the west and Connacht, like I would presume,
11 serves 5.
just my own interpretation is the pressure will be ratcheted up on Martin.
Yeah.
Out.
And being the #1 seed, going to try and retain the title most definitely.
11.
The weight's on his shoulders. The pressure is all, expectations is with Martin. While Charly is not in the lose.
I thought it was good. I thought it was fine. Side away. 11 serves 5.
11-5.
Out. Side away. 5 serves 11.
5 into Martin, 11 out to Charly.
Mark.
It just drags one back, which is probably a crucial ace at
6
this
serves,
stage
11.
of the proceedings. I think we got the job today, Conal, because Dara Daly said we like talking, but I think we'll have to take him up on that now later on.
7
I don't know what he meant
11.
by that.
A great shot by Charly. He's finding the bottom of the wall nicely there.
How many one walls are in
11 serves 7.
There are two lovely outdoor courts, and there's one indoor court. So you have the choice when when the weather's bad, you can go into the indoor courts, but when it's lovely and sunny, you have the opportunity to go outside.
12 serves 7.
So it's 12-7. I suppose, you know,
outside away.
That was an unforced error from Charly, but like a 5-ace lead for a
7
player as
serves
experienced 12. In handball terms as Charly Shanks, I would deem it to be a huge advantage at this stage of the game. One back from Martin at 8-12.
8 serves 12. Mark.
9-12.
9 serves 12.
He's as close as he's ever been now since the scores were kind of 5-4, 4-all, 10-12.
Charly making a couple of
10 serves 12
here now. He needs to clean that up if he wants to keep the pressure on. Great shot.
Side away.
Brilliant shot. Nice angle out to the sides. Making sure Martin's off the
12
court.
serves 10.
Not allowing him to stand in the front of the court and control the game. Nice rally.
Side away.
Great stuff from Martin Mulkerrins.
10 serves 12.
Struggling to keep up with the pace here. The ball's moving that fast. They're hitting it at a very hard pace.
Side away.
Yeah, and I think we actually commentated from the opposite side last year.
That's correct.
I think it might be a little bit easier.
12 serves 10.
Yeah, on the A, yeah, I think you're right. Yeah, definitely.
It's, you know, I'm kind of having a little bit of
difficulty. We'll blame Dara for that, sure.
We'll have to blame him for something. Yeah. I just thought last year that it was the dynamic of watching from the other side was
definitely.
Everything seemed to be a little bit more clear. Hard luck for Martin there. He dragged it outside.
Had to go for it.
The tram line just in front of us.
13 serves 10.
So it's 13 to Charly, 10 out to Martin. Charly still with his nose in front.
We'll play it over. We'll play it over.
It's a replay because the ball.
That's a bit of an experience from Charly there, making sure that the
13-10
rally was stopped there because he was in the back foot there, most definitely. Bit of cuteness.
Out. Mark.
And it's paid dividends for him because he's not only has he got a replay on the point, he's also won the next point to put him 14-10 in front.
It's going to hurt Martin now.
Side away. 10 serves 14.
Critical stage now in the game for Martin to see can he kind of chart his way back in.
Side away.
Lovely kill shot.
Charly was on it very faster.
Yeah.
14 serves 10.
Lots of aggression here now. Lovely angle shot. Forcing Martin off the court. Keeps forcing him off the court.
Brilliant shot from Charly Shanks.
There's only so much running Martin can do, and Charly's hitting shots like that. He's pushing him. He's making him move. Like, it's very hard for Martin to stay with that at
15
that pace.
serves 10.
To the best of my knowledge, I think Charly played last year. Can you recall that, Conal?
Did he play?
Yeah, in the Irish Nationals.
That's a good question.
I think side away.
No, I wouldn't be certain, but I think he was in
10
the draw
serves
last
15.
year.
No, I don't think he did. It was 2 years ago.
Was it?
I'm nearly sure he didn't play last year.
Mark.
Maybe it's something we'll have to check out.
11 serves 15.
Because, no, I think it was 2 years ago. I think these two fellas played, and Martin.
Shot. Great shot
2 years
from
ago,
Mulkerrins.
these two fellas played, and I think Martin came out victorious.
15.
I think, and then he went on and got to the final and got beat by Conor McElduff, I think. No, that's a good question. I'm actually not sure if Charly played last year.
Side away.
Charly is playing exceptionally well.
5 minutes left. 15 serves 12.
And I suppose being in command and you know having a 2 or 3 ace lead is a huge advantage in
time game, yeah,
one wall and a time game.
Yeah.
I mean, you would know all about that.
Yeah,
like,
it sort of just tests the mental strength of Martin Mulkerrins to see if he can remain composed and
how
12
big an
15.
advantage is a 3-point lead in the code of one?
well, it's strange because you can get 3 points in the space of 30 seconds too. So it's funny, but when you're playing a time game and you're in the lead, it is a big advantage now, definitely. Clever shot by Martin, trying to lob Charly. Charly again, moving them around the court. Send them left, send them right. He has Martin running all over the place.
Serves 13.
It's definitely more difficult to look at the game from this side for whatever reason.
Yeah, it is, definitely. I definitely agree with you there now.
Out.
Oh,
Mark.
good effort by Martin. Just out. Right idea, just couldn't execute it.
16 serves 13.
So Charly leads 16 to 13.
Out. Mark.
17-13. So Martin doesn't seem to be able to kind of
17
close
serves
the gap.
13.
Yeah, if he wants to get back in this game, you need a couple of quick kills.
Out. Side
You
away.
need a couple of quick kills now to get back into this game.
17.
Is a massive ask.
Always very fit, Martin Mulkerrins, and
Yeah.
always really loose.
Side away.
Of course, he'll be one of the big favourites to win
3
the
minutes left.
All-Ireland 60x30 intermediate singles this year.
17 serves 13.
And a player of his calibre, probably looks to be the standout name in the intermediate singles. And I would presume, well, in my estimation, it's probably only a matter of time before he wins a 40x20 title as well.
Yeah, you could never rule
He's
that
a
out.
terrific player.
He's been knocking on the door a couple of years, stateside and in Ireland, so it's definitely coming.
Out.
Hard luck, Charly.
Side away. 13 serves 17.
A lot of play for just a handout. Martin really
Out.
needs to,
Side away.
Could have done without that.
He's trying to find the angle, but the problem is there,
17
Martin, he
serves
didn't come over the
13.
top of the ball to bring it down. He just
17
hit it to the
13.
side. You
2
have
minutes
to,
left.
when you're going for that shot, you have to bring the ball down as well. Which
Had
is
three
the
timeouts in last year's final.
yeah, because it's not
But
a
it's just 2 15s and
it's
and
2
an 11.
15s and 11. Yeah, you'll have 2 timeouts. Yeah, in each 15 match.
So up to the semi-final stage is just
Time 20 minutes. And you know what? 20 minutes is
Mark.
as rough as 2 games to 15 because it's just so intense. You haven't a second to really rest.
18 13.
18 play 13.
1.5 minutes.
It's going to be difficult.
Charly running
for
the clock.
Martin to
Charly running the
get back.
clock down. Lacey again, a bit of cuteness. Getting a rebreather.
Out. Mark.
19-13, 6 ace break.
It's hard to see how Charly could be stopped here now, but you never
19
know. One
serves,
ball's a funny
13.
game. You'll probably see Charly play a lot safer game now, up the middle a lot more, and just keep the ball in play. You're not seeing him make many hand errors here, I don't think.
Mark.
Good shot.
1 minute left. 1 minute. 20
1 minute
serves
to go.
13.
Yeah, he just plays another safe serve here. Just
Looks like the reigning
keep
champion, Martin Mulkerrins, and probably
Side away.
is going to relinquish his title. I
Oh.
don't think he has enough time to kind of
13
no, he need a
serves
miracle now,
20.
to be honest.
Out. Mark.
14.
14 serves 20.
He's too far out of his ground, and that's kind of
Yeah,
Side
that's
away.
just wrapped it
around
up, I
first
think.
hour. Charly kind of
20
he
serves,
broke
14,
he broke clear
30
of
seconds.
around the 5 ace stage in the game, and he kind of has always been
Short.
in command and held
Side
3
away.
or 4 ace lead and hasn't really looked back.
Yeah,
14 serves,
to look at
20.
it from the side here, you wouldn't have seen much difference between the two. Both playing some lovely rallies and shots, but
Side
for
away.
me, Charly was just had the ability there
20
to move
serves
from side
14.
to side. He was getting angles, forcing Martin off the court, like, and not letting him play from the centre. He was making life difficult for Martin.
Slide away, and that's time, lads. That's the game.
So that's it. 4 players shake hands in the middle of the court. Martin Mulkerrins, very gracious in defeat, ever the sportsman. And Charly Shanks has dethroned the 2016 champion in the opening men's semi-final. On a 21, the score has gone off the screen now, but I think it was 21 to 15 or 14.